All right, everyone. So let's continue with our accounts part. In our account session in the last class, we were discussing the trial balance. And let's first revise and recall everything. Then we will continue further in this chapter. So until now, we have discussed the meaning of trial balance, wherein I have explained that trial balance is it is not an account or anything else, but it is simply a statement which is prepared with the debit and credit balances of the ledger to test the arithmetical accuracy of the book. And as I told you in the previous classes, that the purpose of preparing the trial balance is to check the arithmetical accuracy of the ledger. But it does not it cannot be used as a conclusive evidence uh, to check the accuracy of the books of account. So it just give you the basically the general picture of the arithmetical accuracy of the ledgers. Now after this, all right, there is one more thing that I want to tell you, that trial balance, as I told you, that it is a statement, right? So it is not compulsory for any company or any entity to prepare the trial balance. It is just optional. It is mandatory. It is not mandatory for any entity to prepare this, and it can be prepared at any point of time. There is no specific time for the preparation of the trial balance. Now there are few characteristics that we have also discussed regarding the trial balance, that it is prepared from the ledger account and the cash book. It can be prepared on any date. It just verify the arithmetical correctness of the entries, but it is not considered as a conclusive evidence of the accuracy of the books of account. And the objective of preparing the trial balance is to check the arithmetical accuracy. The we can also prepare the final account on the basis of the trial balance, and it gives the summarized picture of the different accounts at one place, and it will be easier to locate the errors from the trial balance. But just keep this in mind, that all type of errors cannot be detected from the trial balance. There are certain errors that cannot be that may remain undetected even when we prepare the trial balance. So we will be talking about those type of error in the end of this chapter. Now, after this, we have understood the format of the trial balance. Then we have uh, understood the different types of accounts are there as per the modern accounting approach. We have liability, asset, revenue, expense, and capital account, and generally their balances are credit balance, debit balance, and then credit for the revenue account, expense account is of debit balance, and capital account always have the credit balance. After that, we have done few questions based on the trial balance, and I think I've given you one question to all of you as homework, and that was of the regarding the correction of the trial balance. So guys, have you done that question? I think this question is of I think I gave you this question as homework, all of you. Have all of you done this question?
Yes.
Okay, so okay, just okay. So can you just tell me how did you treated the cost of goods sold in the trial balance, in the corrected trial balance? Cost of goods sold should be recorded on which side, debit side or the credit side?
Credit side,
It should be recorded on the credit side. Why it should be recorded on the credit side?
because it sales, like we are selling the goods, and I.
Okay, right. So because it is a sales, it is a revenue, therefore it should be shown on the credit side according to Arisha. See, Arisha, there is one problem with the cost of goods sold. This is not the amount of revenue that we have generated on account of sale. This is not the sales price of the goods sold. Sales, the amount generated on account of sale is a revenue that will be shown on the credit side of the trial balance. But cost of goods sold basically is the amount spent on the goods. This is basically the cost of the goods. So cost of goods sold indicate the expenses that we have incurred on the goods that we have sold. So because these are expenses, these should be recorded in the debit column of the
Debit
trial
column.
balance, right? So therefore, this will be recorded in the debit column only. So this is already recorded in the debit column. So this is correct. Now, I am very much sure that everybody have committed this one mistake in this question. Let me show you what will be the mistake in the question. See, whenever cost of goods sold is given in the question and closing stock is also given, opening stock of goods is also given. So first of all, because cost of goods sold and closing stock is given, you are not required to indicate the value of the opening stock. Opening stock is not required to be shown in the trial balance. Number one. Secondly, whenever the cost of goods sold is given to you, then closing stock will be shown in the on the debit side of the trial balance, not on the credit side. So listen to me carefully. Usually, closing stock is basically recorded in the credit column of the trial balance, right? Closing stock is generally recorded in the credit column of the trial balance generally. But whenever cost of goods sold is given in the question, then we will be indicating the closing stock in the debit column of the cash book. Sorry, of the trial balance. And also we won't be showing the value of the opening stock. So see, this is the correct trial balance of the question. We will be recording the cost of goods sold in the debit side, right? And also the closing stock will be shown in the debit side only. Closing stock will be shown on the debit side if the cost of goods sold is given in the question. If the cost of goods sold is cost of goods sold is not given, if cost of goods sold is not given, then we will indicate this on the credit side only. And if cost of goods sold is not given, then we will also indicate the value of the opening stock in the trial balance. This opening stock 60,000, no? So this will also be indicated in the trial balance. But if the cost of goods sold is given in the question, then there is no need to indicate the value of the opening stock in the trial balance. Firstly, the second thing is that closing stock will be recorded on the debit side, debit column of the cash book. So this is how the correct solution will be for the given question. So I have written the one note at the solution at the uh, below the solution. That note is when cost of goods sold is given, opening stock won't be recorded, and closing stock will be shown on the debit side. All right, everyone, is this clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
So this is it. So I'm very sure that everyone must have committed this mistake. So can we move to the next question? Anybody have any doubt?
No, sir.
All right. All right, everyone. So let's move to the next question. So we will be doing this one more question in this class, and this will be our last question of this chapter. Then we will discuss few theoretical points in this chapter as well. Then and finally we will start the MCQs based on the trial balance. So I want you to try this question, all of you. I'm taking a break of 2 minutes. Just let me take a glass of water. And meanwhile, all of you try this question. All right, everyone.
Yes, sir.
So first, uh, what you are required to do in this question is you have to find out the errors. Errors, that means what is the mistake in the trial balance, and you also have to give the appropriate reason why do you consider it as a mistake as a error. And after indicating the error, you have to prepare a new trial balance by correcting the entries. All right, so I'm giving you 5 to 10 minutes to prepare the new trial balance. I'm just coming back. Yes, everyone. So Arisha, Halima, Samiksha, done? You want to ask anything in this question? Samiksha, still doing? Am I audible, all of you?
Yes, sir.
So you guys are still doing this question, or is it's
No,
done?
sir, done.
Done. Okay. And Arisha, done?
Done, sir.
Okay. So I have to discuss one more point in this question. So first of all, let's start it from the very beginning. Tell me, furniture is recorded correctly in the given trial balance, right? Furniture is on the debit side, that is correct. Capital on the credit side, that is also correct. And then we have debtors. Then after debtors, we have the opening stock 1,04,000. Then we have creditors 80,000. Trade expenses 50,000 recorded in the debit column, that is correct. Sales we have recorded in the credit side
Yes, sir.
8,58,000. Wages 30,000. Stock on 31st March 2017 98,000. This should be recorded on which side? This should be recorded on the credit side because
Credit
closing
side.
stock have the credit balance.
Credit balance.
Now we have machinery. Machinery is an asset, so this should be recorded on the debit side. After machinery, we have purchases.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Expense.
now listen to me. Purchase, obviously it is an expense. This should be recorded on the debit side of the trial balance. Now try to understand one thing. Let me explain this here. Okay. So as I told you in the previous question, whenever the cost of goods sold is given in the question, cost of goods sold is given in the question, you will be recording the cost of goods sold in the debit column of the trial balance, and you won't indicate the value of the opening stock, right? Opening stock in such a situation will not be indicated, will not be recorded in the trial balance, and only the closing stock will be recorded. Closing stock will be recorded, and that too on the debit side only. That is what I have told you in the previous question. Now for this question, make a note of this, that when the purchases are given in the question, when the value of purchases are given in the question, right? And opening stock is also given in the question. And closing stock is also given in the question. Closing stock is also given in the question. Now, now listen to me carefully. When all of these information is given in the question, then we will record the value of purchases in the trial balance on the debit side.
Yes, sir.
Number one,
Opening stock.
opening stock will be recorded on the debit side of the trial balance,
Yes.
but we won't be
We won't
indicating.
record closing
Correct.
stock.
Closing stock will not be recorded in the trial balance anywhere. So this is the key special point in this particular question, that we have the value of purchases given in the question, we have the opening stock given in the question, and the closing stock given. So closing stock will not be recorded. Only the purchases and opening stock will be recorded in the question. So this is the special point in this question. So I hope this is understood, all of you. So this is the correct solution. See, I have also explained this in the first point. That is stock on 31st March 2007 will not appear in the trial balance because it represent a part of goods purchased but not yet sold. As the total purchases have been included in the trial balance, there is no need to include the closing stock again. So closing stock will not be shown in the trial balance. Okay, the correct trial balance will look something like this. Okay, so I hope all of you must have done this. Just the value of the purchase, the value of the closing stock will not be shown in the trial balance. Everything is otherwise correct. Okay, so this is it. All of the we have completed the questions based on the trial balance. We have done every type of question in the trial balance. Now we will talk about few limitation of the trial balance. See, the purpose of trial balance is what? Purpose of trial balance is to check the arithmetical accuracy of the balances of the ledger. All right. Basically, the posting has been done in the ledger from the journal in a proper manner or not. This is why to ensure this, we prepare the trial balance to ensure that whether the journal entries have been posted correctly in the in the ledger or not. To check this, we prepare the trial balance, right? Now, now the main purpose of preparation of trial balance is ensure arithmetical accuracy, but there are certain errors which remain undetected even if the trial balance agrees. Even see, how do we ensure that the arithmetical accuracy is there? So we ensure that arithmetical accuracy is there by comparing both the sides of the trial balance. If both the sides have equal balance, then we usually presume that that there is arithmetical accuracy in the ledger, or the value of the journal have been recorded correctly. But even when the trial balance, even when both the sides of the trial balance agree, this does not prove that there is there cannot be any error. If even if the both even if both the sides of the trial balance matches, then there is a possibility of error in the trial balance, and there is a possibility that the arithmetical accuracy is not there. All right. So the in what situation, in what situation trial balance will not indicate the arithmetical accuracy? So these are the situation. So first error will be the error of complete omission. So this is the this is one of the, let's say I haven't recorded the value of the furniture. All right. Or I haven't recorded any particular kind of transaction in the journal. Neither I have recorded this in the ledger, nor I have recorded this in the trial balance. So if there is an error of complete omission, so in case of complete omission, the trial balance will still tally. And tally, if trial balance is tallying, we usually presume that arithmetical accuracy is there. But due to error of complete omission, trial balance will not indicate the arithmetical accuracy. Getting my point? So trial balance cannot be, may not be arithmetically correct if there is a complete omission of a particular transaction, or there is an error of principle. Error of principle basically means that item that should be recorded on the debit side has been shown on the credit side, or the account or the balance that should be indicated on the credit side is presented on the debit side. In that case also, both the sides may tally. The debit and credit side may tally in such a situation also, but that even when both the sides are tallying, that it does not means that there is a arithmetical accuracy. Similarly, there can be some compensating errors. Compensating errors basically means instead of writing instead of entering a particular value, you have entered some other value. Instead of writing 5,000, you are writing 500 only. All right. So in that case also, the trial balance will tally, but again, it does not guarantee the arithmetical accuracy. Incorrect amount has been entered in the journal, posting to the wrong account, an entry posted twice in the ledger. These are the various situation. These are the various errors or the mistake due to which trial balance will tally, but it will not provide the arithmetical accuracy. So this is the limitation of the trial balance. We usually prepare trial balance to ensure the arithmetical accuracy. But due to these situation, these errors, arithmetical accuracy is compromised. Or you can say a trial balance will not indicate the correct, basically it fails to provide the arithmetical accuracy. So these are the possible reasons in which these can be taken as the limitation of the trial balance. Now, one more thing that we need to discuss in this chapter is what are the various methods of preparing the trial balance. Let me just correct the spelling of the methods. All right. So methods of preparing the trial balance. See, everyone, there are three methods of preparing the trial balance. One is the balance total method. Just a minute. Yes. Okay. So one is the total method, then we have the balance method, and after this, total come balance method. So the method that we use, that we were using to prepare the trial balance was balance method. But other than balance method, we have two more methods. We have the total method and the total come balance method as well. So let's first understand what is total method. So this is the definition of the total method. Again, I have committed the same mistake. Total method. Okay, so this is total method. Under this method, the total of each side in the ledger is determined independently and is shown in the trial balance in a separate section. The total of the debit section of the trial balance ought to agree with the total of the credit section in the trial balance, as the account are based on the double entry system. So basically, in the total method, we will be preparing the trial balance like this. So let's suppose this is the, just a minute. All right, so this is, let's say this is the cash account, and this is one of the ledger, and using this ledger we need to prepare the trial balance, right? So while preparing the trial balance, what do we usually do? We take the balance of the of a particular account and record it in the trial balance, right? So like if there is a balance CD 87050 on the credit side, this indicate that because the debit side is greater, just try to understand this. So this is the cash account, right? So let's first total the debit side of the cash account. Everyone, total of the debit side of the cash account is how much? 1,03,950 rupees, right? And total of the credit side is how much? When you will total the credit side, you will get 5,000 plus 2,000 plus 700, 770 plus 1,500. So the sum total of all the values on the credit side will be 16,900 only. So when you will reduce 16,900 from 1,03,950, you will be getting 87050. So what do we usually do? We take this balance CD, and this balance CD is recorded in the trial balance. And now listen to me very carefully, that if balance CD is coming on the credit side, this basically means that the debit side of the account is greater than the credit side. Debit side of the account is greater than the values reflected on the credit side. So balance which is shown on the credit side actually called the debit balance. So this balance of 87050, even though it is recorded on the credit side, but it is which kind of balance? It is a debit balance. Getting my point, everyone? Is this clear? Arisha, Samiksha, Halima, is this clear?
Yes.
That this balance which is shown on the credit side is it will be a debit balance. Why it will be a debit balance? Because the debit side of the account is greater than the credit side, and this is the balancing figure. Balancing figure is how we have calculated this balancing figure. We have reduced the values on the credit side from the values of the debit side. This indicate that debit side of the account is exceed the value of the credit side by 87,550 rupees. All right, so this is the debit balance. So what do we usually do? We usually, at the time of preparation of the trial balance, we take this balance CD and record this in the trial balance. If we are taking the balancing figure of a particular account and recording it in the trial balance, this is called balance method. That is what we were doing in our question. So this is the most preferred, most followed method of preparing the trial balance. But now we are not talking about the balance method. Right now we are talking about the total method. So in the total method, at the time of preparation of the account, we record both the total of both the sides in the trial balance. So the balance of the cash account will be shown in the trial balance by the name of cash account. Total of the debit side is how much? Tell me everyone, total of the debit side is how much? 1,03,950, right, Samiksha? Total of the
Yes.
debit side is 1,03,950. And can you tell me the total of the credit side? So total of the credit side, excluding this, the balancing figure, I'm not talking about the balancing figure. Just exclude this balancing figure and just total the credit side, values of the credit side. So when you will total the values of the credit side, you will add 5,000 plus 2,000 plus 700 plus 7,700 and plus 1,500. So
16900.
correct. So total of the credit side is 16900. Total of the debit side is 103950. So both the values, the total of the debit side and total of the credit side, are taken into consideration while preparing the trial balance. If total values of both these sides are taken into consideration while preparing the trial balance, this means that we have followed total method of trial balance. Getting my point? If total of the debit side and total value of the credit side is taken into consideration, and both these values has been recorded in the trial balance while preparing it, this method of preparing the trial balance is called total method. All right, tell me everyone, is this clear? Am I clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so this is called the total method. Now let's talk about the balance method that is mostly followed, that is mostly preferred, and that is how we were also preparing the trial balances. So see, this is the balance method. The definition of the balance method is that this is the most commonly used method which is in practice. Under this method, trial balance is prepared by showing the balance of all the ledger, and afterwards the totaling up of the debit and credit section of the trial balance to guarantee their correctness. So as usual, this is the method that we were also using while preparing the trial balance. So under this method, we consider only the closing seat balance, that is balance CD. And if balance CD is shown on the credit side of the account, this means that balance is a debit balance. If a particular balance is shown on the debit side of the account, that read as to balance CD on the debit side, this indicate that it is a credit balance of the account. So in the balance method, we only consider the balancing figure. So if this is the account, cash account, right? Total of the debit side is 1,03,950. Total of the credit side is 16900. But we are not considering the total of both the side. We will be considering the balancing figure of the cash account. So balancing figure of the cash account, after reducing the credit value from the debit values, the balancing figure is 87,050 rupees. This balance is only taken into consideration while preparing the account, and this will be recorded in the trial balance. And because this is the debit balance, right, it is shown on the credit side of the account, this means that it is a debit balance. So from we will be basically indicating it in the trial balance. This will be recorded on the debit side. 87050 will be on the debit side. Tell me everyone, is this clear, all of you? Samiksha, Halima, Arisha, Peer.
Yes.
Okay, now moving on to the final method. This method is the combination of total method and the balance method. So this is basically a hybrid method wherein let me just first of all change the name of it. It is total cum balance method. So total cum balance method. Okay, total cum balance method, the final method is. This method is combination of total method and the balance method. Under this method, 4 rows for sum are prepared. 2 rows are for writing the debit and credit aggregates of different account, and 2 rows for writing the debit and credit balances of these accounts. So this is the hybrid form of the total and the balance method, wherein see usually while preparing the trial balance, we usually prepare two columns only, one for the debit and for the and for the credit balance. But while preparing the trial balance by total cum balance method, we will be preparing four columns. So four column, one for the debit, total of the debit side, total of the credit side, then debit balance and the credit balance. All right. So first of all, let's understand this through the cash account. So this is our cash account, right? So first of all, tell me the total of the debit side is how much? 1,03,950. So this value will also be taken into consideration while preparing the trial balance. So 1,03,950 will be recorded on the in the debit total column, 103950, and total of the credit will also be recorded in the trial balance. So total of the credit side is 16900. And now debit total is recorded, credit total is recorded. Now we will be recording the debit or credit balances. So now you can see the cash account have the we are receiving the debit balance ED 87050 because it is a debit balance. So we will also record the debit balance in the trial balance. So basically in the total cum balance method, what do? We basically record the total value of the debit side, total value of the credit side, and the balancing figure as well. We record everything in this particular method. So this is a little lengthy, it becomes a little complicated. So therefore it is not generally followed by most of the entities. The most common method is the balance method. So this is the most common method, and this is how we were also preparing the trial balances. So I hope everything regarding the different type of method is clear to all of you. Harisha, Halima, Samiksha, is this
Yes,
clear?
sir. It's clear. Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody have any doubt? Anyone want to ask anything?
No, sir, no doubt.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. So this is it for this particular chapter. Let's discuss few MCQs based on this question of this chapter. Let me just change the slide. Let me show you the questions based on the trial balance. Okay. Is my screen visible to all of you? The question, this question screen, is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the first question, Samiksha, this is the first question, and you will answer this. A trial balance, what do you think? What is a trial balance? It is a statement, it is a summary, an account, or none of these?
Sir, is it a statement?
Are you doubtful about this? Or are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Sir, it's a statement.
It is a statement. Even Peer is answering this time. Okay, wow, very good. So it is a statement, obviously. Now, next question for Peer. An asset account shows.
Sir, debit.
Very good. Debit balance. Arisha, can you answer this, please? Preparation of trial balances.
C, option C.
Option C. Okay. And Halima, can you answer this?
A.
A. Okay. Samiksha, can you answer this? Samiksha.
Sir, I think it's compulsory.
It's compulsory. Okay. And Peer,
Sir, I don't know, sir.
you don't know. So just guess which should be the correct answer according to you.
Sir, it should be optional.
Perfect. What a guess. Come on. This is the correct answer. Preparation of trial balance is optional. It is not compulsory for any entity to prepare the trial balance, because the trial balance is prepared just to ensure the arithmetical accuracy of the transaction that we have posted in the ledger. So it is not mandatory, it is not required by any law or any act that every firm has to prepare the trial balance. It is just up to the entity whether they are willing to prepare the trial balance. If they feel, if they require to check the arithmetical accuracy, they will prepare the trial balance. And because it is optional, so that means that it can be prepared at any point of time. even at the beginning, even at the end of the year, at the middle of the year, anytime, whenever firm need to check the arithmetical accuracy of the ledger. Now, question number 4. Halima, please answer this. A trial balance shows
both debit and credit.
perfect, very good. Both debit and credit balances. That is correct. Next, Arisha, can you answer this? Question number 5. Which item shown as debit balance in the trial balance? Which item is shown as debit balance in the trial balance? This is easy. Arisha?
Cash in hand.
Correct. Cash in hand. That is correct. Cash in hand has a debit balance. Okay. Samiksha, a trial balance is a list of the balances of which
Sir, all accounts.
all accounts. Correct. All accounts. Either either it is a personal account, real account, or nominal account. It does not matter. All the balances are recorded in the trial balance. Okay, now the preparation of trial balance helps in Halima.
Option A.
Option A, judging the financial position. On the basis of trial balance, you will be able to understand the financial position of the entity. No. Samiksha.
The preparation of final accounts.
Correct. On the basis of the trial balance, we are able to prepare the final account. Option B is also not correct because it says that on the basis of trial balance, we can locate all kind of errors. No, we cannot locate all errors. If the error is of compensating nature, principal nature, these kind of errors cannot be found through preparation of the trial balance. Okay, now next question. So for now we are skipping the 8th question. Let's move to the ninth question. Trial balance is prepared. Tell me. Who will tell me? Peer, can you answer this? Trial balance is prepared before journal is written, after journal is written, after journal is posted into ledger, after financial statements have been prepared.
Sir, after journal is posted into ledger accounts.
Okay, Samisha.
Yes, sir. After journal is posted into ledger accounts.
Correct. That is correct. After journalizing and posting is done, then we prepare the trial balance. Okay. Arisha, can you answer this? Trial balance can be prepared. Arisha, can you answer question number 10?
Both debit and credit balance.
Trial balance can be prepared both debit and credit balance. Okay, and I think the options are misleading. Okay, Samisha.
Sir, I didn't get the options.
Even I'm not sure whether the options
Sir,
are correct.
this one is also correct. But is this correct, sir, at any time of the year?
Yeah, so in that case, both
Yes,
the
sir. That is at any time of the year. But
Yes,
then
sir.
why can't it be both debit or credit balance then?
Sir, both are correct, right?
both are correct. So options are misleading. There is some problem with the options.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just move to the next question. Tell me, Samisha, if the trial balance matches, it means
Both A and B.
okay. And Arisha, if trial balances matches, it means
Both A and B.
okay. Halima,
Arithmetical accuracy.
arithmetical accuracy only. That we have understood this in the first session of the trial balance, that trial balance only give you the arithmetical accuracy, idea of the arithmetical accuracy, whether the journals have been posted correctly into the ledger or not. It does not give you the conclusive proof of the correctness of the books of account. Books of account include various types of statements. So it is not a conclusive proof that all the books of account have been prepared correctly or not. trial balance only ensures the arithmetical accuracy of the
Yes, sir.
account. Getting my point? And that too of the ledger only. So if the
Yes.
trial balances matches, it just give you the idea that arithmetical accuracy is there. All right. So option A is correct option in this question. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Trial balance is prepared from the balances taken from. Tell me, Peer. Trial balance is prepared from the
Sir,
balance
from a ledger.
from the ledger. Perfect. Good. Arisha, please answer this. Discount received has which kind of balance? Debit. Both are debit, no? I'll have to correct this. This one is credit balance. Yes. Please tell me, everyone. Which kind of balance? Discount
Credit
received.
balance.
Sorry?
Option B, credit balance.
Discount received is a credit balance. Because why it is a credit balance, Arisha? Why do you think it is a credit balance?
Because it's like a discount for us. So
Discount for us is a revenue, right? And revenue always have a credit balance. Therefore, it is a credit balance. So discount received is a revenue, and revenue always have a credit balance. Therefore, it always has a credit balance. Moving on to the question 14, and Samiksha will answer this. If closing stock appears in the trial balance, it means. Tell me.
Sir, over here, purchases are adjusted against opening means purchases are given.
Sorry.
Sir, if
But-
over here it's written purchases are adjusted against, so that does it mean that purchases are given?
Purchases include the value of the opening and the closing stock. That is
Yes.
what it means.
So against means it's include, because if purchases are given, then closing stock is not needed.
Yeah. So according to you, option A is correct.
Yes, sir.
Correct. That is right. If the closing stock appears in the trial balance, it means that purchases are adjusted against opening and closing. Purchases already include the value of the opening and closing. So if the value of closing stock appears in the trial balance, that means we are not required to indicate the value of the closing stock in the in order to correct the trial balance, we are not required to indicate the value of the closing stock. But if only closing stock is given, and if the trial balance is prepared correctly, that means the closing stock include the adjusted value of the purchases and the opening stock. Moving on to the next question. Trial balance is prepared from. Samisha, can you answer this? Trial balance is prepared from
Ledger.
ledger. Okay. Anyone else?
Sir,
Arisha?
what about ledger and cash book?
Yes, ledger and cash book is the correct answer. Ledger is not correct. Trial balance is prepared from ledger, obviously, but trial
And
balance,
cash book also.
yes, trial balance is prepared from the ledger and the cash book. Both are used for preparing the trial balance. So for question 15, option C is correct. Tell me, everyone, is this clear, all of you? Anybody
Yes,
have
sir.
any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so for this class, this is this much. This is what we have to cover, and